Hey guys, Rachel here from globalgrind.com, and today we have a very special guest. We've been waiting forever to get him in here. We've been Instagram stalking you, Twitter stalking you. We love the work that you're doing. So tell the viewers who your clients are.
Well, right now I think the client that got me here to see you is the lovely Zendaya. I also work with Monica. I work with K. Michelle, Jeremiah, to name a few.
So what's your background in fashion? How did you get into styling?
Actually, I'm obsessed with vintage, and I owned a really small but chic, if I can say that about my own stuff, boutique in Chicago called Deliciously Vintage. And one day, Kanye West popped in, and he did a lot of shopping for Amber. This is, the Kanye Amber, when that situation was happening. And that kind of just led me more into the fashion industry. I started getting calls from stylists all over the world. And they would come by, or I'll ship things out to them. RiRi was one of the, Alicia Keys' former stylist, which now is a really good friend of mine. He was one of the first to call and get in and kind of like move me into the industry.
What's Kanye like when he's shopping? Is he like, this is gonna look good on my body?
No, Kanye is, you can tell Kanye is really, even back then was a student of the industry. Like, he looked at every single piece in the store. He looked at the construction and the fabric, and he touched everything and turned it inside out. So even prior to him starting his line, you already knew where he was going, because a regular shopper doesn't look at that. They always take it for face value, but it was very cerebral, the way he looked at every single piece.
What's it like dealing with the critique, like the morning after, because I know this is what I live for, talking about who's the best dressed and who's the worst dressed. Do you clench for that moment, or are you kind of like confident in your design, you're not in your product once you put it out into the world?
No, I'm never comfortable. Again, like I said about Kanye, like, I'm a student of the game, so if someone does have a critique, I want to see where that comes from. I want to see what their point of view is. I want to see what they think I did wrong or right. Because it's always a learning process. Like, I don't have an ego at all. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my, like Erica said. But as far as the ego, I don't have one. I'm always learning.
So speaking of critique, after, what award show was that? With the blue skirt that was buttoned up the front.
Okay. It was a dress. It was actually Emmanuel Angaro.
Yeah, so you guys were on Fashion Police.
Yes.
Did you watch it live? Did you know she was going to talk about you?
I didn't, and I still haven't watched it. My business manager, she's an internet stalker, and shout out to Mastermind Management. She's an internet stalker, so she always prepares clips, and she'll send me the clips, so I just watch clips of the show, what they actually said about Zendaya.
Because I could have imagined you on the seat like, oh my gosh, because Joan Rivers is tough. She's tough, but she had they all had good things to say, so that was good.
I don't know if it's corny or not, but just for me as a stylist, it's just for fashion, for my work to make it to Fashion Police, because Fashion Police reaches the masses. It's not just for people in the industry. It's people who really don't know, but they have an opinion on it. And for my work to be on that and then to be so well received, it was a moment.
So let's talk about Zendaya. You've been working with her since she was 13, you said before?
Yeah, I've been working with Zendaya since she was 13. Outside of her Disney stuff, I'm the only stylist she's ever had.
Right. So how is that transitioning her from being this? I feel like a lot of the thing that's unique with her is I feel like a lot of stylists miss the mark when they kind of go too mature too fast, but you seem to always draw the line between keeping it very fashionable but still age appropriate. What's the secret to that?
It's hard. It's really hard, but one of the secrets is that she's really a good girl. She's really grounded in what she believes in. And I don't think, even if I was the type of stylist, which I'm not, to kind of push and force, like, you need to be sexy, it wouldn't be well received with her. Like, she would say absolutely not. Before her dad said it, before her mom said it. So she is who she is, and everything is a growth with her. Even speaking of the Angaro dress, because it was sheer at the top, I knew in my heart, that was the dress. I was nervous to show it to her because I thought she was gonna say, no, I'm not ready for that, it's too sheer. But once we got it on and she loved it, and she was ready. It was ready. It was her time. It was ready for her to do a split. We had never done anything with that silhouette before.
Where do you see her going with as far as like magazine publications? What's the goal fashion wise? I know her career has its own course that it's gonna take, but as far as image, what do you want her to be seen as?
I want her, you know, in our industry we say, oh, she's a fashion girl, you know. A lot of people are comparing her to Rihanna with regards to the style. I love the comparison, and we actually met Rihanna at the AMAs, and she was so sweet and so welcoming. She hugged, and we talked to her for like 20 minutes, and Rihanna gave me the biggest compliment ever. She's like, I stalk her. She always get it right. I'm like, Rihanna is telling me that I always get it right. It was amazing. Like that was. You probably gonna hear me say this a million times, a moment. Like Zendaya and I, we both always say, oh, it was such a moment. We had a moment. We need a moment, you know. But I want to see her on Vogue. I want to see her on the cover of Vogue.
Who are you looking forward to seeing on the Oscars red carpet?
I think everybody's looking forward to seeing Lupita.
What do you think? What brand do you think she's gonna wear? Do you think she's gonna like come with like the dazzle, or she's gonna kind of stick to what she's been doing?
I kind of think she's gonna stick to what she's been doing. I really liked what she wore to the NAACP Awards. The Givenchy was really cool. Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to see her. You know, we always champion our people. You know, once you get us, we're gonna be loyal. I'm also looking forward to Cate Blanchett, which is my favorite actress in the world. I think she's amazing. She could do no wrong.
So let's talk about Jennifer Lawrence. Obviously, she's like everywhere this year. She's had this Dior thing going. I haven't been the biggest fan of every Dior look. What do you see for her for the Oscars?
I just want to be honest. Like, I don't care. I don't. I think she's sexy, but I like people who you can look at and you can tell they get it, and it's not just a stylist.
Right.
You know, when I look at Jennifer Lawrence, I really just see a stylist. She's a cool girl. Like, I love the haircut. She's cool. I love the way she speaks. But I know she doesn't really care about being in a Dior gown.
Right.
You know?
Who are some people that you look at and you say that they just like get it?
Of course, Sarah Jessica Parker, of course. I would say Cate Blanchett. Who else? I think Lupita really gets it. Because she's so world traveled and, you know, well spoken, and she's been. I think your style grows the more you see the world. So people like that attract me, that they've been and they compare clothes to architecture and to fine cuisine. You know, that turns me on. That takes me to another place.
So let's talk about your newest client. Drum roll.
Well, Monica is a new client, which I'm in love with her. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Let me tell you a good story too. You know, when I was younger, like, it was Foxy and Kim. And, you know, Foxy taught us about Dior and John Galliano. And it's so funny how fashion can take everything full circle, because I got a text message from Foxy yesterday.
Saying what?
She was like, yo, booby, where are you? You know, she's like, I'm strutting around in my Louboutins and I was like, I love this. Like, I would never think that I would choose a profession that would take me close to the people that I looked up to. Working with Lala Anthony, the gorgeous, the phenomenal Lala Anthony. What can we say about her? Vogue, Anna Wintour, loves her, you know. Yo, it's your boy Luxury Law, aka Style Capone. And you can find me on my Instagram at Luxury Law, or on my website, lawroachstyles.com. And be on the lookout for my Style Academy, stylewiseacademy.com. And you're watching Global Grind TV.